Yo, Loops here, gonna do another replay review. When I first watched this replay from Fresco, this Brian player, I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to be able to help them because both them and their opponent are just so above board that there wasn't like a really clear and distinct thing that stood out to me that stood correcting. But I think the more that I thought about it, there is like a succinct way that I can describe what's going wrong here. And I think because the concept is maybe slightly abstract, it should take even less time to really talk about. So just to show you a little bit of this match footage, you'll quickly find that like everything here is super above board. Whenever the Brian instills some plus frames, the Dragonov's super respectful. Whenever the Dragonov does some plus frames, the Brian's super respectful. Fresco gets tagged by two lows here and just holds back, is not anxious to get back to pushing any buttons or anything like that. You know, this poke, super responsible. Everything seems like just good, solid, fundamental Tekken, right? So like, what is there to really write home about? What is there to really talk about? And I think the way that I would succinctly describe the way that this set goes is that you are playing Dragonov's game, is the simplest way to put it. With Brian, you are sort of playing this playstyle right now where you're up in his face constantly, you're trying to instill a bunch of plus frames, and then you're trying to fish for counter hits with moves like forward 3, or even, you know, if that counter hit the back 1, that would be beautiful. And you're just playing this very scrappy, in-your-face sort of playstyle. And I think Dragonov would love nothing more than to sit there in your face and scrap with you all fucking day. Dragonov loves scrapping with people. His buttons are just so good for doing it. That string's really good. Look, there's back 1+2, which is insane. Wall running 2 is an insane move. Thanks, Dragonov, for highlighting all of these right as I got to my point. Look at that heat spinner. Such an aggressive move. You know, Dragonov just has so many great buttons for this spacing and for instilling threats. That down 2 is an insane button as well. And Brian, I think comparatively, his strengths are just in other tools. So I'm going to hop into the game real quick and we'll talk about this a little bit more. So when I'm thinking about these two characters, Dragonov, when he's in your face, he has all types of things he can do. He can do wall running 2 to try to get you to sit still. He can do down 2. He has all sorts of tricky strings that go into like low, mid mix-ups. Some of those are throws, you know, etc. So he's got all sorts of stuff that he does when he's up in your face. But when he is far enough away from you, his game plan is really, really simple. Do wall running 2, get plus on block, go back into the rest of your game plan, right? When you're playing Brian, all of your best shit is all out here, right? So you've got like up 4, which is an incredibly safe to do. You could just throw this out. Like obviously you're punishable, but it's very hard to punish. And this is a launcher on normal hit, right? So I think I have it set to counter, but even if it's not counter hit, normal hit, get a full combo, right? One way to stop his approach. Another way to stop his approach. On counter hit, this stand 3+4, super good. Counter hit, boom, full combo. You don't need to see that again. On block, -13, but he's way over there, so it's going to be very, very difficult to actually punish you for that. Other tools that he has this move, which is super good. On block, -9, not punishable. So this is forward, forward, 4. -9, like I said, it forces them into that crouch state, so they only have their crouched options after that. It's also homing, so it's going to attract people who are sidestepping you. Super, super good, super underrated. Another one that's really good, this crouch down forward 4. Reaches really, really far away. Right? Only -10, which is not that bad. And let's see, what does it do on counter hit? I'm actually not sure. Just a spin up. I think it'll do the same thing on normal hit, right? Yeah, but it's going to be even better at the wall. We take him to the wall in this type of situation. Ooh, wall splat, right? But all of your best stuff kind of reaches from out here. Like back 1 reaches from pretty far away. Back 3 reaches from pretty far away. Am I still in counter hit? On counter hit, you can get this 3 after this from the crouch dash. But if you're not confident that you're getting a counter hit off of this, you can just go right back to where you were before. Let's see what else is really good. Like just think about it. Like this down forward 2 is your 13 frame move. It's not counter, it doesn't matter. But your 13 frame move has a built-in way to build some more distance for you. Like that's not even a normal hit. So like on counter hit, what is your reward for this on counter hit? On counter hit, you get to build distance between you and the opponent. That's like the point. So all Dragunov wants is for you to be in their face trying to scrap with you because he just has better tools to do it. But your goal is to try to generate a little bit of space by doing something like this. And then now that you have space, you can try to stuff the while running 2 with this. You could try to beat while running 2 with this. You could, you know, you could try to apply pressure really fast with moves like that. Or, you know, if he's standing still, then you can do something like this. You know, the world is your oyster at this point. You can do back 3. Down forward 4 reaches from an insane distance. This reaches super far, right? You have all these tools that reach super far, but you're like fighting him this close the entire time. You don't want to do that. There's no reason to play his game like that. So the point of this is to extrapolate this past like Brian and Dragunov. The point is, like, what are your character's best tools? What are your character's strong suits? And how does that influence what you want out of this match? Now consider what your opponent wants out of this match. What is the relationship between those two things? So, like, if I'm fighting against Lily, and I'm still Brian, then I'm playing back here, but maybe instead of doing, like, a bunch of 3+4 or whatever, I know, like, okay, Lily is looking for a sidestep and then a big punish. That's Lily, is sidestep and then punish. So what do I need to be doing? Instead of using 3+4, which is super linear, I just use down forward 4 instead. Or, you know, I do like 1+2, because I think on counter hit this should give you some stuff, right? What is the meme? Yeah. You get a pickup off that? No, that's not a real pickup. But still, you know, the point still remains, right? You know, if I'm fighting against somebody who's going to be sidestepping a lot, then I can do these types of moves. If I'm fighting against somebody who just wants to approach, I can do these types of moves. And then if I'm fighting against somebody who just wants to run away the entire match, like say I'm playing against Fang or something like that, then it becomes more about the relationship between our resources. And like, you know, ultimately, like Brian's even better at playing that keep out game than like Fang is. Because, I mean, this is all Brian wants to do, is just sit out here and use these big ass moves that are safe as hell and get a ton of reward off of them. All right, this was a simple one. I hope that it was still useful for everybody. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Submit your replays. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah. All right. Peace.